Beautiful morning here in Balanga, Philippines. It's rainy season, and the mornings are going to be like this. Evenings rain, all those clouds now gathering beyond the mountain. On the mountain, the wind is blowing from the mountain towards me, from that mountain towards me, and that is the ocean. So you can see, if you understand the physics of the earth, the geography of the earth, and how the atmospheric conditions work, why in the evening it will rain. Nevertheless, the rainy season started early. Even in the Caribbean, the hurricane season started early. And nobody says it has moved from the normal August through October, now June. Anyway, when I was a child, I learned a lot of things. There's geography. There's this thing called hygiene that we learned in school about the human body. Along with all the other French and English languages, Spanish, Portuguese, I learned history. And I learned about the technology of the day. When I was 8, 9, 10, they taught us how a car works. When I was 12, I can go to a mechanic shop for about 3 or 4 hours of the day and be taught how to fix that car. I could go to a carpentry class. That was specially dedicated for school children. One school will go on Monday, the next school will go on Tuesday. One will go in the morning, one will go in the afternoon. Those people who wanted to be farmers taught how to grow things. I knew about the geography of the world. The British were meticulous in teaching us where they get all their raw materials from. What part of Africa, how much. I mean, that the numbers were accurate. What were the people, the tribes in that area? Meticulous about teaching. Today, England is burning. America hasn't started yet, but it's getting there. France is burning. Germany hasn't started yet, but it's getting there. All the things that we learn, or that I learned as a child, unless I send my children to a special school, they will not know when they reach 14, 15. Today they learn sex education instead of what we call hygiene, where we learn about everything about the body that we could at that age. To go further, you had to become a doctor or nurse. They don't even know where the food that they eat every day came from, how it got transported there. If you ask a child to show you on a map, not only a child, college student, somebody graduated with a master's and a PhD, where is the Philippines? Where is Ukraine? Where is Kenya? Where is Ghana? 99% of those students in the West don't know. The education system has been decimated for what's called profits. The automobile industry has been, I don't know how to put it. Now we have a new man on the block using technology that was invented by somebody else. We invented in the West, that technology has been taken over. You see, the West invented the technology and kept most of it secret. They released a little bit of it slowly to make the greatest profit. So you get the education system destroyed for profit, the technology destroyed for profit, the food system. When you bought food in 1960, 1965, 1970, 1980, it was nutritious. It gave you the nutrients that your body needs to fight off any disease that you can get. And it kept most diseases from colonizing your body, I should say. Because they still get into your body, but they weren't able to establish themselves. If they try to establish themselves, your body's natural mechanism will take it out. The food today has no ingredients whatsoever. And why it doesn't have any ingredients? First, the land doesn't have what's necessary, or your fields that they're grown in doesn't have what's necessary to feed it. But when it's fed, the little ingredients that it has is taken out chemically and sold to make other things. And you have fish that is being used to feed pigs. Just think about that. People go to the ocean, catch millions of tons of fish to feed pigs. In the old days, the pigs were fed the fruits that fell on the ground and rotted. The food that was not used. Cows were put out in the fields like this. They ate grass. Sheep and goats, the same. All the old avocados or sweet potatoes or whatever that grew in the field that weren't sold were fed to those animals. Today, what little nutrients is in those foods are stripped out. how much money can be made from it. And the people who demand that it be done like that, they call that efficiency. Now, automobile should be able to run on a tank of gas 1,000 miles, maybe more than that. But it doesn't, because of the money they want made from it. It shouldn't produce the poisons that it does, but it doesn't, because they say it will take away from the profits. The chemicals that is put into the air by man every year don't need to be put into the air. We can maintain the balance by filtering out those chemicals, remixing them, because all we are doing is we take chemicals out of the earth. Remove the chemical that we need to make money, and then dump the unbalanced remainder of that chemical into the earth. Where it was balanced and neutralized before is now a poison. You're listening to me. It was balanced when we took it out. Where it was sequestered, it was feeding other organisms. All the organisms of the world feed on what's in the earth. Everything, even the things that are poisonous to us, they are organisms that utilize it for food. We're in a cycle where man takes in food, creates energy from it, and then puts out that energy that feed other creatures on the planet. The air we breathe, we change it internally. When it comes out of our bodies, it feeds the trees. And the trees take it in and produce something that we use. That balance has been disrupted for money. Greed has destroyed. And when did this greed start? Look at history, and it will tell you when it started. And not only when it started, but how it changed into what it is today. And if you look at the people who did the job, it will surprise you. They have English names, they have German names, they have French names, they have Polish names, they have Russian names, but they have one thing in common. Now, a three-legged stool, the fourth leg is your atmosphere around you. We are told that human beings destroyed the atmosphere, which is true. But the problem is, which human being did it and why? Which, you can't even call him a human. Which man did it and why? Profit. Power. And it's not just the cars that are causing the destruction of the atmosphere. When you drop a atomic bomb, when you test it, it generates heat, energy. And heat is used to change atomic structure. Heat burns oxygen. So when you burn the oxygen in the atmosphere, that helps to form bonds with other chemicals and filter out the UVs and all that. When you create ultraviolet light inside the earth, not from outside that's going to be filtered, inside the earth atmosphere, when you generate heat, when you generate such power, you're burning off the atmosphere. And when you burn off a hole big enough, now our atmosphere is leaking into what used to be the protective layer of the planet. And now the protective layer of the planet is allowing other things to come in. We create viruses that get into the water, the food, and the earth, and it kills people. Now, when that virus that was created that killed so many people in the last 4 years, from 2019 actually to 24, 5 years, because I was in a place where I began to see the effects of it. Now that virus is in everything that we eat, drink, the air we breathe, and the ground we walk on. When that virus finds another virus that can inhabit the empty space in it, and it multiplies to a stage where man can't control it, guess what that virus has the ability to do? Now the earth is going to survive now. The birds and their millions are going to survive. The insects will change, will adjust quickly. Man now, it's gonna take him another 13,000 years to recover, begin to grow. But in the wings now, you got some of these same wicked people that created the system we have, who have the knowledge and the technology that they're passing down from generation to generation secretly. And they will reintroduce this into the next story of man. You see how the cycle goes. We're at mile marker 45 in Philippines. Balanga. What they call the long march across the Philippines by American forces, British, well, Allied forces that were captured by the Japanese. Beautiful day. Stay safe. Peace.